check out one of my audiobooks, ebooks, paperbacks down in the description below.
Another episode of Bill Maher. I'm pretty sure he's going to talk about what happened in Afghanistan. Let's see.
Very happy for people who just lost a war.
Yeah, like they say, another Vietnam.
Well, we lost another one.
It happens.
20 years in Afghanistan. Oh, my God. First, they kicked Britain out, right? Then Russia. Now the United States.
Yeah, that country's real hard to beat. Real hard to conquer, to occupy. And I think it all has to do with the terrain, the mountains.
Man, this country collapsed faster than a condominium in Miami.
Oh, man. Way too soon.
You know what this war cost? $2.26 trillion, they say. Do you know how many billionaires we could have sent into space for that kind of money?
Did he say we could have sent to the space? You know what? I said it in the last episode that why, if it costs $2 trillion, they could literally just make new land like China did in Dubai and just evacuate everyone there and leave the Taliban behind.
The Democrats, the liberals were like, we got to get out of there. Got to get out of Afghanistan. And then Trump comes in office. He's like, we're getting out. I think we should get out too. He made the deal. So Biden gets in office. He's like, well, everybody seems to agree on this one. Let's get out. Fuck you, monster. I want your resignation tomorrow.
I hear this a lot. They think that people are mad at Biden for pulling out of Afghanistan. I don't think that's the real major issue. The real problem is how he did it. And I don't understand, and I asked this already a bunch of times, like, why didn't they evacuate every American and anyone who assisted Americans in the war? Get them out of there, and then announce that you're pulling out of Afghanistan.
The Taliban want to shut down schools. They want to shut down bars, theaters. Oh, wait, that's California.
Yeah. Somebody on Twitter was like, isn't that a little too extreme? And I said, extreme is the only way you fight a deadly virus.
Andrew Sullivan. Well, you know me. And the best part of my job, really, is talking to the smartest people. And, of course, this is America. They're kind of hard to come by. I must say, our staff, I think, does a brilliant job finding them. Now you're fired because the woke in the newsroom, right? You have to conform to the one true opinion, or they don't even want you in the building. If you are not careful, this one viral threat can cause you to be paralyzed by excessive fear and caution. Thank you, because we need to do this more and more.
I don't agree.
Well, it's not. I've lived with HIV for 28 years. Right. It's in my bone marrow. It's in me. I could want to defeat it, get rid of it, out of my life, cure it, gone forever, but I can't. So what do? I live with it.
Right.
I manage it.
You're here.
I get on with my life. I see people. I want to be around people. Yes. At some point.
I know this guy's not comparing HIV to COVID-19. Dear God. I mean, it's a long list of what makes both of those viruses different. And I don't know shit about viruses, but I know the basics. COVID is brand new. They're still trying to figure it out. It's mutating very fast. The death rate looks like what HIV used to be in the 80s. I promise you right now, I guarantee you that if this was taking place, if this show was taking place in the 80s, and he had HIV, he wouldn't be saying what he's saying right now about living with it. He would have done whatever it took. If it took wearing masks and staying at home and all that not to get HIV, especially if it was airborne, yeah, he would have done it. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Right now, as I speak, I think I got this COVID shit for the second time. But it's not as severe as the first time because I'm vaccinated. But man, when I tell you that I wear a mask everywhere I go, I even wear like glasses, computer glasses that protect your eyesight from bright computer screen. I use them everywhere I go because you're 3 times less likely to catch it. And I still got this damn thing. So yeah, I know a little bit about it.
But you say we should get rid of all mask and social distancing mandates as long as we have a vaccine, right?
Look at this,
People
man.
should get a vaccine. If they
Right.
want to wear masks, that's absolutely fine.
Right.
Well, it's not that bad. You get a little prick twice a year, if you're lucky.
He walked right into that one. Yeah. Oh man, I would hate that. If every 6 months you got to get a vaccine shot. I didn't even like taking the flu shot. I don't remember ever taking one. But this is different, you know. This ain't the flu. But I read somewhere that a Russian scientist, I don't know how true it is though, because, you know, Russia, but he said that with this virus, you can't constantly take vaccines. It'll backfire somehow, have some negative effect because of the strength of the vaccine and what it does to your body. I've never heard or read or anybody else talk about that but that guy. So I don't know how true it is, but we'll see.
When the adults are back in charge and they fuck it up exactly as bad as Trump would.
But you know what? We don't know. Believe me, I hate Trump with a passion. But we don't know how he would have handled that. And you know what? You could even say we do know because he didn't do it. He was planning to pull out, but he didn't rush it. So I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
Right? Because
whoa,
this
Purple
sense of
Heart
what the
and
hell was
Bronze
this all
Star
for?
recipient.
So
Yeah, I saw a video on YouTube by a reliable channel that compared Afghanistan to Vietnam, and both of them have a long history of fighting off invaders, and both of them use their environment as a weapon in different ways, but same kind of deal. I don't know, man. You got to admire that a little bit.
And that always is gonna be corrupt and breed corruption. How could we do the exact same thing again? And I was saying last week, I'm gonna say it again, it's the money.
Oh, yeah.
It's the money. It's the $2 trillion. And we don't know where it goes. Well, we know a little where it goes. The president of Afghanistan left with 169 million. They couldn't fit it in 4 cars. It was falling off the helicopter.
I heard about that. The guy leaving with all the money in Afghanistan, but I also heard it's a rumor, and it's bullshit because they calculated how many bags, how much it would weigh, and it's impossible, even in a helicopter. But I don't know. I just a while ago I just saw a video that I think Vox did about how they try to build roads in Afghanistan, and it all really boils down to surprise, surprise, corruption. It's the same thing that what Mexico does, or a lot of poor countries. You give them a bunch of money, they use a quarter of it to build infrastructure, and the rest they pocket. So those roads right now that they were supposed to build like 1,200 miles of road, they only built 100, and right now it's cracking to pieces. It's like potholes everywhere. So it was a bad job. But yeah, most of the money went to corrupt politicians' pockets. Oh man, I wish y'all could read my book. It's a little very short novel called Held by Ice. It talks exactly about that. Because I was in an immigration center, and I was being nosy as hell. I asked everyone, because I don't think I'm ever going to be in a single place with so many people from around the world. You literally had people from every continent, different countries, and they all had a story to tell. And I was asking all of them, why are our countries, because I was born in Mexico, raised in California, in Oakland, since I was a 9-month-old baby. But I said our, or like Mexico and South Africa, Middle Eastern countries, all of them. And why are they so corrupt? Now, there's a deeper reason behind the corruption, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. But yeah, corruption is definitely a big problem.
Now, what's alarming, though, is the very same people who are saying we can go to Afghanistan for multiple generations and transform it into Denmark. It's those same people that back here at home are saying no to universal childcare, no to paid family leave, no to universal preschool, no to us spending anything to help anyone. It is shocking hypocrisy.
That's real.
And I promise you, if Donald Trump came out for socialism tomorrow, Republican leadership would be calling each other comrade. So it's just, it's just the nature of this business. They are, for the most part, are often full of it. We need term limits for Supreme Court justices. Plain and simple.
Please.
Out of this madness.
God, that's crazy.
Here in California, we're about to have a recall vote.
Oh, God.
Because, why? I don't know. Because, we're a funny state. We are just a very funny state. We have this process
California,
every 4 years.
Jesus.
We elect a governor. There are 46 people on the ballot. I think we vote in a couple of weeks. And Angeline?
What?
Yes, you know her. I love this guy, Adam Papagon. I am just really curious how government works.
Oh, my God.
That's
sort of like Trump.
Dusty Turner says he's running because he always wanted to see Sacramento, but he can't afford a bus ticket.
Who wants to see Sacramento?
In a state where he won big, that is only a quarter Republican. That's the crime. It's just, you won, fuck it. And this stupid state is so stupid that we have this. You only need 12%.
At least you got to give them credit. They're doing it by the rules this time.
Well, these are the rules.
Got him.
But
yeah, no matter what, no matter who would have been the governor of California, people would have found something to complain about. Because there was no easy way to handle the state through COVID. He did the best he can, and I support him. I don't think he should be recalled. But that's just me.
Larry Elder, he's anti-climate change. He's a climate change skeptic, opposes abortion, gun control, and minimum wage. Like the usual Californian.
And he could win.
The White House is frustrated with what it views as alarmist and, in some cases, flat-out misleading news coverage about the Delta variant. The Delta variant may be spread by vaccinated people as easily as the unvaccinated. And then the White House fired back, vaccinated people do not transmit the virus at the same rate as unvaccinated, and if you fail to include that context, you're doing it wrong. 41% thought that the COVID hospitalization, in other words, people who get COVID, how many go to the hospital? 41% of Democrats thought it was over 50%. It's under 5.
We can openly say wearing a mask sucks. It's horrible. But this is a crisis of hospitalization and hospital capacity.
Right.
And when we are getting to a place where 99% of ICU beds are overtaken, you got to wear a mask. And we should be wearing a mask before that so we're not getting to that place.
Yes.
All with the intent, though. All with the hope, the united hope, of that we don't have to wear them anymore.
This guy makes a whole lot of sense.
Get vaccinated, wearing them in schools.
But the reason why hospitals get overrun is because we run them like airlines.
100%.
They're for-profit, just the way an airline can ever have an empty seat. The hospitals don't want empty beds.
So what we have to do is not do what we did after the Spanish flu, which is forget about it. After this, we really have to invest in a country. We've got missiles everywhere, right? We've our defense industrial complex is one giant insurance package against something that we can't even imagine happening. We need a pandemic insurance package after this. And that package has got to include dramatically re-envisioning our healthcare system. Dramatically.
Hell yeah.
It also has to include addressing obesity. The ultimate third
He's always
rail.
talking about
I know.
that.
People hate it when you bring it up. It seems like we glorify gluttony now. You know,
Yeah.
fit shaming is much more common. You should eat something. Like, no, you should not eat something. I mean, I don't want a booster. Look, I never wanted the vaccine. I took one for the team. And by the way, you know who doesn't get a lot of vaccines? The millennials. I know a lot of millennials. But but every 8 months you're going to put this shit in me? I don't know about that. Maybe I don't need one. I don't want a one-size-fits-all. My body may be different than your body.
Yeah, I lost
maybe.
That's crazy. Look,
My body isn't different. Everybody's body isn't somewhat different. I just read the statistics about who dies from this.
You're trying to be cute and you're rolling the dice.
I'm not trying to be cute.
No, I know I'm in your house. I don't want to step over the line here, but genuinely,
Damn.
genuinely, people's lives are on the line, and just as significantly, our very way of life. But I do think that it's very dangerous to enter into a conversation here about personal responsibility, when the truth of the matter is that this is a matter of collective responsibility. If large groups of people do not get vaccinated, they go to the hospital, and our hospitals get overrun. So this is important that people are urged to get vaccinated. It's important that they do get vaccinated.
That's why I use... That's why I said the team. Psychology Today says the average high school kid has the same level of anxiety as the average psychiatric patient in the early 1950s. And that's directly related to social media. Phones make people bullies, angrier, more vitriolic, more racist online than they would ever dream of being if they had to say those things to someone's face. The phone.
Oh, yeah.
Many is the night I've wanted to say to someone, can you just put the phone down for a minute? After all, we haven't seen each other in weeks, and we're having sex. All right, that's our show. I'll be at the Eccles Theater in Salt Lake City, September.
That was a good show. Real funny. Catch you on the next one.